Alright guys, so welcome back to this channel again. This is Potence Hub Digital. In this video, I'm actually going to be showing you a very simple scalping strategy that can help you make tons and tons of dollars, thousands of dollars, as you can see right here. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
Become a Profitable Trader Academy.
Alright, welcome back to this channel again. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about a simple scalping strategy, and I'm also going to explain a lot to you as regarding how this strategy was actually being used to be able to fetch a whole lot of you know dollars. Now, first off, we have to understand the direction of the market. As you can see right here, first out we have two sections. We have the London section, we have the New York section. Now, in the London section, let's begin with the London section because we're dealing with the normal 5 minutes scalping strategy. This is more like the gate entry gate model strategy that helps you to become a profitable trader. So what we'll do here is that, like in my previous videos that I've done, I can't really do a lot of explanation. Now you could check that up in my channel and you'll see that particular video. Now in this one, I'm actually going to be showing you something real quick, and it's actually going to help you. Now if you watch, this is actually this is London section, and then from my explanation as regarding a scalping strategy, you have to take the first 5 minutes candle of the day in the London section. So if I am doing this right here, I'm doing this real quick, you can see my price action for the day, which is this. So I'm actually on a 1 minute time frame, but you could be on a 5 minutes time frame. So you take the first 5 minutes as you, depending on whichever one that pleases you to do. All right, in this case now I'm going to be taking the first 5 minutes. So I'm taking, this is 1 2 3 4 5, so I'm counting 5, which becomes from 5 minutes on a 1 minute scale. So if I do this, I have to now scale, I have to indicate this. That's why I have to draw this line, as you can see right here, and also draw this line. So what these lines represent now for me, it's more like, because there's a consolidation there, so this is actually serving as plus or minus, you could say maybe your resistance and support level, whatever, depending on how you want to put it. But I just used it as my boundaries for that particular 5 minutes candle. So what I'm actually going to do is to be able to wait for price to break out from this section, retest back to that particular boundary, to that particular origin point, and from there we would now wait for, we would now see if there's going to be a retracement, and from there it pushes up. So that will now enable us to be able to go ahead to set our stop loss and take profit. And also, if it's for a buy, our buy limit; is for a sell, our sell limit. So in this case now, as you can see, price came here, broke out of this particular the 5 minutes bound. It came back to this section. It didn't it was a retracement here, and then actually it came back and got into the same domain of the 5 minute candle frame, as you can see right here. So we have to still wait for, look for the next price action that is going to be um the best opportunity for us to stake our trade. So if we do this now, what's still coming here, you see what happened here. What a lot of traders will do is that they will enter their trade and right in this point, and most of the cases, like it might be of favor to them, and most of them might not be of favor to them. So what we actually advise is that you have to make sure that when you're entering your trade, you look for, even if there's going to be a loss, but it should be at least a 0.5. You shouldn't be more than that, so that you don't end up losing your hard earned money. So you could see price was just being fluctuating around here, trying to break out, consolidate, break out, consolidate, and all of that. So that's what you're having all right here, and all of these points isn't the breakthrough section. So let's now keep moving. Now you now see that during the London section there was no breakthrough section for you to be able to enter your trade. Can we see this now real quick? Now you now see that the point where there was a breakout section was totally out of London time zone. Now if you watch here, you could see price came in from this point, retest this level and break out. It's also a good one, but if you watch now, a lot of traders will still enter the market at this point. It's still good, but one thing you should still understand is in most of the cases, it is more preferred that when the price wants to retest that particular time zone, it should test the boundary. The price action shouldn't close inside the boundary. These are some of the things, a lot of trader misses. Your price shouldn't close inside the boundary. It should close. It should tap, that, the origin of the boundary. And then once you see a confirmation that shows that yes, price has left that level, then you stake your trade. Now in this case, what's our confirmation? You could see now this is actually a bearish trade. There was a change of character here, and it's actually moving down to a bearish, um trade, as you can see right here, a bearish trend rather. So from this point now, you now see what we're waiting for is we're looking for the next bearish candle that's going to break out this section, and boom, this was that candle that broke out the section. So if you stake your trade from here, you can imagine what is going to fetch for you. Now all you just need to do is you're setting a short term position, so you just need to you have to be judicious with your stop loss and your TP. So at this point, you could do maybe 1:2. So if you're doing this, since that was your breaker section, if you make this, your entry point was at this level because you've seen that the candle has actually broken. If you make this your your TP and your stop loss is probably some few pips, as you can see right there. Now you can see that this is where you pick your profit. This is where you take your profit. Are we together now? Now this is one of it. This is for London section. Now let's go over to New York section. As you can see right here, this is another one. Now this is for New York section. Now you could see for normal first 5 minutes candle of the day, which is this. We've gotten this real quick, and you could see that price came, tried to retest the level, but it never got to that. It never hit the boundary, anyways, as you can see right here. Although it was still a pull out, you see that now. So, but what we are looking at, we're looking. This is what we are actually interested in. We're interested in, this pool, and all of this. These are what we're interested in. So, for you to be able to achieve all of this, you should also still pay attention to the size of the candle, the body of the candle, the body of that particular price action. So if it's actually getting to this level now, you could see what happened here. Price came back, tried to retest this level, and boom. Now you, most of the cases, if you keep waiting for it to now come down, in most of the cases and all of that and all, you find out that you can wait forever. So but in this case now, you now saw that there was a confirmation candle that shows that the price action broke above the recent, the recent consolidation price action, and at that point there was a push. So if you're taking your trade here, this is not going to be a long position for you. You put your be judicious with your stop loss and your take P, your take profit as well. So assuming, since I've already seen the confirmation that this is actually the breakout section for me, I can now go ahead and set my TP like this. But another thing I also advise people is that when you're setting your TP and all of that, most of the cases you don't necessarily need to wait for your price action to hit your TP. In most of the cases, just check when you're priceable, you can also close or trade. In most of the cases, this is actually a bonus for traders if you actually want to be profitable. If not, you tend to lose lots of money, because if price retrace back to this level and come down to what you're seeing down here, a lot of people do not have the faith to be able to hold this particular price action. A lot of people don't have that faith, and for those who have the faith, you find out that if you hit this price action, the next thing you're seeing is that look at the this is the sporadic move. This is the sporadic move. You can see how it's just spontaneous, boom, and that's how it is. And look at what now. Look at where your take profit is going. Now imagine how much you're going to be making from this particular. So I believe this has actually helped you. If you indeed draw value from this particular video, do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so you would be notified whenever it is we drop another new video that is going to help your entire trading experience. Don't forget, if you want to be part of our community, links are right at the in the description, so you could do well to be part of our community. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.